My burial sites are in there. My medicines are in there. My people's footprints is in there. Their thoughts and dreams are in there. I can't even go in there.
The Shoshone elders and tribesmen always lead us to the gate, and they give us permission to cross over. They are our hosts.
For thousands of years, the Western Shoshone people have inhabited the land now known as Nevada. Now, for the last century, they have found themselves locked in a desperate battle with the United States of America. At stake, 60 million acres of land and the survival of an ancient people. Despite an 1863 treaty, which recognizes Shoshone ownership of the land, the United States has torn down the trees that provide their native food.
They want to get rid of one of the great gifts that was given to mankind in order that they can make money.
They have arrested them for hunting game on their own land.
Unless the Attorney General comes down and says, all right, the Indians can hunt anytime, anywhere, we go by the code.
Our law is different. If we abide by your laws, then we break our own. Would you give up your religion? Well, that's the very thing that we're faced with.
5, 4.
The government has used the land to test nuclear weapons.
0 time, area 7.
And they are building a massive dumping ground for nuclear waste.
Experts throughout the world agree that the most feasible and safe method for disposing of highly radioactive materials is to store them deep underground.
Today they're finding out Yakima is not a safe place. It's something that we've been saying. That mountain moves, it's got a life to it, and now the scientists began to say it does move.
And they have seized Shoshone cattle and horses to open the land to mining interests.
You have stripped us of our dignity, of our honor, and that is exactly what you're doing here.
I can't debate the who says about what. We're just told there are cattle up there that are supposed to be moved.
We're looking at truly a cultural genocide of the Western Shoshone people as Western Shoshone.
And you're stuck in these little colonies. You can't go out there and pick pinus whenever you want to, or you can't go out and hunt whenever you want to. It's like a concentration camp.
When producer and director Joel Freedman first turned his lens on the Western Shoshone people in 1972, he captured the political awakening of a people determined to take back control of the land that is their birthright.
When you say that the Indian people own all this land, they say, oh, no, that's not true because the United States stole all that. There is no way that the United States government can steal land legally, because in the Treaty of Ruby Valley, the federal government recognizes Western Shoshone ownership of all this area.
We still own the land according to our treaty. As I read it here a few minutes ago, it does not say anything about the land was taken away from you.
The Western Shoshone Treaty of 1863 does not give the Western Shoshone people any land. It takes away land.
In other words, when you use the word take, you might as well use the word stolen. You know, every stolen property has to be returned. And this land is still ours.
The federal government has the power and the right to take lands from anybody in this country when it wants to.
Under what laws can the United States government take land away from people?
Under the Constitution of the United States, not an amendment to it, but the Constitution, the federal government has the right to take lands away.
Would you please get the Constitution and read it to us?
I don't have one handy, ma'am, but that's the answer.
It's just the white people move that belong to us, they said. Why? Why they say like that? Them, those white people, Excuse me to cuss like that.
That's okay.
In the following years, as the Western Shoshone took their battle from tiny town hall meetings all the way to the Supreme Court, Freedman and his camera were there.
The Ninth Circuit, the Court of Appeals in San Francisco, decided two things. One, that we had not been paid, and two, they went on and decided that we do own the land.
Sir, by what act, paper or document, did the government actually get the land from these people?
No paper or document. It was found after being litigated before the Indian Claims Commission.
How do you extinguish title?
The commission did not extinguish title. The commission found the title had been extinguished by all of the actions we've discussed. Okay, you got it? I really do. Okay.
Well, the decision certainly wasn't what we hoped for, and they hold that payment occurred when the Secretary of the Interior accepted the money. As your trustee, he sold the land to himself in 1979 at 1872 prices.
What do they mean by justice for all? Aren't we humans? Don't we hurt? This is not a piece of land that's valued in dollars and cents. This is a piece of land which is part of us. It is our mother. We can never sever ourselves from that breast that feeds us. Are we gonna let this happen?
No.
Definitely not.
And so the fight continues to this very day.
We have received a full report from the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights in 2002. They found the United States in violation of our rights to property, due process, and equality under law. This year, the Committee on Elimination of Racial Discrimination confirmed the Inter-American Commission's finding and issued a full decision under their early warning and urgent action procedures. However, the United States has responded with a complete defiance to these rulings, setting a very dangerous precedent for other states and parties to the OAS and to UN. I want to thank you for listening to this little old lady. Thank you very much.
We in the United States believe that this is a land claim issue. It is not a human rights issue. And I have already told you that you are not authorized to use any of the words that I have said at this point. I refer you to the Public Affairs Office and to the Bureau of Lands Management.
35 years of a native people's sacred traditions.
Doctor brush, we call it. That's a real medicine for everything.
Their tears.
Grandfather, thank you for helping me to understand our people.
And their ongoing struggle to protect themselves from tyranny.
You're hurting me, goddammit! You're hurting me!
And their Mother Earth from plunder. The true story of an epic battle, filmed as it happens. Land of the Brave.